Hey everyone, how's it going today? I want to talk about Horizon Zero Dawn. Horizon Zero Dawn is an open world RPG exclusively for the PS4. First thing I want to talk about with this game is the crazy amount of detail that went into the environments and the level design. I've played a lot of open world games before, but this one, like the mountains, the trees, the swamps, the deserts, the jungles, the rivers, it all looks so amazing and unique. The developers actually said that like when you're traveling around, the landscape will change depending on which part of the world you're in. There's no loading in between hubs. It's just all one big open world uh, map. So yeah, you don't load in between hubs. There's not zones, nothing like that. So they say. Let's see what happens when it comes time the game launches. So a big thing in Horizon Zero Dawn is the wildlife. Everything's robotic. So basically, in the story, somehow something they call it the corruption. The world fell apart, and now all the wildlife is robotic. And not really like wildlife that we have. It's more like dinosaurs. Um, so and the cool thing about it is the environments change, but also when you travel around the world, is there's different wildlife for different parts of the world. So you might see one in one spot, and you travel across, and you won't see that one anymore. You'll see something completely new and different. So yeah, there's wildlife native to certain areas, and it's a really cool idea. Um, that being said, in the game, there's even migration patterns. So certain wildlife will migrate to different parts of the world, and you can actually track them with a device in your ear, and you use that to hunt them. It's actually a really cool idea. So that being said, with tracking, you got to be careful because when you travel in different parts of the world, tracking wildlife, there's going to be aggressive wildlife and non-aggressive wildlife. And if you come across an aggressive wildlife somewhere else in the world that you've never seen before, you're not used to, they will actually have different attack patterns. So you got to be ready for that. So far from what we've seen and what we've heard, it looks like most of the game is based around hunting. And the more robotic dinosaurs you kill, or animals, the more you learn about the corruption, which totally makes sense because they look like it seems like they're the aftermath of this corruption, the downfall of the world, because there's no more organic wildlife left. It's just these robotic dinosaurs. So your main character, she's in a tribe, and it seems like they've taken a lot of inspiration from what we think cavemen would be. So it's a tribe in the prehistoric age. But she's an outcast. She doesn't know where she's coming from, and neither does anyone in her tribe. No one knows where she came from. But that being an outcast, she is the most useful hunter in the tribe, and so people look up to her for that reason. So the game is an RPG. You have crafting, you have your weapon wheel, you have your armor slots, all that stuff. Um, but a big thing to remember here with this one is leveling up isn't everything. You do level up, but it's not about like leveling up and having a skill tree. It's more about leveling up and having higher level gear. So having higher level loadouts, so weapons and armor. Your armor's still going to have those buffs like your normal RPG elements like freeze resistance, burn resistance, stuff like that. But with the slots, you can get mods to up your gear and your weapons, up the damage, up the health, up the armor, that kind of stuff. So when it comes to getting better gear, there's different things, different methods you can do. So the higher level of biotic animals or dinosaurs you kill, the higher level mods they'll drop. Mods aren't the only things they drop. They also drop things called shards. Now, shards are going to be your currency in the game. You can use your shards to buy other weapons and armor and various other things in the game. But you got to be careful because some of the best stuff you can get in the game is going to come from crafting, and you also have to use shards not only as a currency but a crafting material, and they work one and the same. So if you use it, if they shards on currency, you might not have enough shards to use for crafting. So you have to be really economic when it comes to taking things down and fighting certain enemies because it's not one of those games where you can just run out, bam, 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 kill a bunch of things, take a bunch of shards, and run back and craft it. There's going to be enemies in there you're gonna take a lot of hits from, and you could possibly die from if you're not properly set up to fight them, and you can lose currency from dying from them. So when it comes to questing in this game, there's going to be obviously your main story quest. That'll be the quest you follow to finish the game. And then you'll have two different kind of quest lines on the side of that. There's going to be quests all over the place. So you're going to have your personal quests, which are where you do a single quest for a single person in the game. It's pretty much like fetch quests. Go here, do this, go get this for me, kill 3 things, come back, that kind of thing. Then there's going to be things called national quests. So national quests have a big impact on your tribe because you can go out, they're going to be big quests. You're going to go out and do quests for certain people. But if you do one for one guy, that might have an impact on another person in your tribe, and you can actually ruin relationships and start fights that way within the tribe. So you got to be careful which ones you pick to do. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that is all the time I have for today. In the comment section below, let me know if you guys plan on picking up Horizon Zero Dawn for the PS4. I know I'm going to pick it up, and leave a comment saying what you're excited about. I'd love to hear about it. And again, if you like the content, leave a like, subscribe, and we'll see you around. Take it easy.